Right now, you could be losing customers and you probably have no idea. And it's not because your product is bad. It's not your pricing. It's because for a lot of people, your website does not exist. Imagine a customer who's blind, has a screen reader on and is ready to buy, but they cannot because your checkout button is not accessible to a screen reader user. That's a lost sale. It's not just the bad user experience, it's money heading straight to your competitor. Now here's the number that always amazes me. There are 61 million adults in the US living with a disability. Combined, that's 490 billion in disposable income. Just sitting there waiting for you to tap on the opportunity. If your website is not accessible, it's not just a failed test. It means turning away billions. This is the leak we are going to plug today. I will show you exactly how to test your site with VoiceOver, a free screen reader built in for Mac machines and iOS devices. And honestly, fixing just a handful of these issues can mean more conversions, happier customers, and serious growth for your business. By the way, this video is a part of a little series we are doing. In our last video, we tackled NVDA, and your support, your comments, and the shares, they told me one thing, that you genuinely care about accessibility and you care about protecting the bottom line. So please like, drop a comment, and share this video with your friends. Because the more people test with VoiceOver, the more customers they keep and the more revenue they generate. Now, here's the thing. Millions rely on screen readers every single day, and VoiceOver is built right into every Mac. No installs, no additional cost. It's a game changer for people who are blind, people with low vision, users with cognitive challenges, and yes, for developers and testers like you. Now you might be thinking, Param, we already watched your NVDA video. Why should I care about VoiceOver? And that's a brilliant question. NVDA is a Windows-only tool, but VoiceOver is for Mac or iOS native, and they both work differently. To put things in perspective, over my 14 years in the space, I have seen so many sites pass with NVDA, but break with VoiceOver. Imagine running a restaurant that only serves Coke and no Pepsi. Some customers are happy, but others will walk out. Don't box yourself in. Accessibility is not about ticking one box. It's about opening your doors to all. By the way, are you Team Pepsi or Team Coke? Drop your choice in the comment section. Learning to test with VoiceOver should not be overwhelming. There are certain set of core shortcut keys, and if you know them, you can test most of the accessibility issues. Use Command F5 to turn on or off your VoiceOver. Use Control, Option, and arrow keys to move around. Use Control plus Option plus U to open up the rotor settings to navigate from one heading to another, one region to another, one form control to another. Use spacebar or enter key to interact with the form elements, and use Control key to stop VoiceOver from reading. You can also make use of Control, Option, Shift plus arrow keys to interact with groups such as tables or menus. All these I will cover in the upcoming section. And that's it. Even just using these keys, you will catch most of the issues that scare off customers. But before we jump in, let's define what we are testing for. Every issue VoiceOver uncovers ties back to the exact WCAG 2.2 success criteria. And here's the checklist we will use. We will test for page title announcement under 242 page title, headings purpose, and do we have things in the logical order for 246 headings and label, and 131 information and relationships. We'll test for landmarks like main, nav, and banner under 131 info and relationships. We will also validate buttons and links. Are they describing their purpose under 244 link purpose context? Does our forms have labels under 332 labels or instructions and 131 information and relationships? We will also check for no duplicate or empty links under 244 link purpose and 412 name, role, and value. And we will end the session with live region announcement updates for 413 status messages. This is what makes a screen reader testing a game changer. It's not guesswork. It's mapped directly to conformance. Now here's my question. If we run a voiceover on your site right now, would it pass or would it fail? Be honest. Drop pass or fail in the comments. This week's challenge is pretty simple. Turn on a voiceover on your Mac and try to buy something on your site without looking at it. Was it a smooth experience or did something break? Let me know in the comments. I always reply to these and your findings might help others too. Alright, by now you have seen a lot of demo videos from my end. I have used NVDA, JAWS, VoiceOver. And I'll be using this sample page, which is like more of a product page, same as that of Amazon, to demo the different sections on what needs to be tested with a screen reader on. So first thing first, I'm going to turn on my screen reader, which is VoiceOver for today. Command F5.
VoiceOver on OBS. OBS 31.1.2. Profile. Untitled.
Let's put it at the bottom over here so that you can also see what a screen reader is announcing. Now, because you have seen a lot of my videos, what is the first thing that I recommend whenever you start with screen reader testing? That's right. You have to refresh your page to start testing. And for that, I'm going to use Command R.
Visited. Link. Skip to main content. Visited. Link. Skip to main content. Link. Isub. List 6 items. Link. Sign up. Link. Login. Visited. Link. Products. Link. Proceed.
So if you recall from our previous video of NVDA and JAWS, there are two different modes in which a screen reader works. You have browse all mode and then you have forms mode. By default, every screen reader is in the browse mode. And that's where you saw the moment I refreshed my page, it's starting reading from the top of the page. It read how many links are there on the page. And then it started continuing, starting from skip to main content, going on to eShop, then going on to the right side navigation. And I stopped it by pressing on the control key. So the next thing that we have to do is to understand the overall structure of the page. And what is the best way to do is to go over the different headings and different regions or landmarks on this page. As that of NVDA and JAWS, there is a shortcut key called H. H for headings, to jump from one heading to another. So I'm going to press H now.
Heading level 5. Filters. You are currently on a heading level 5.
Filters. I'm going to press H again.
Heading level 6. Category.
Now here's the subtle difference. In case of NVDA and JAWS, it reads the name first, the accessible name first, followed by role, heading, and the value level 6. In case of VoiceOver, it is reading heading level 6, followed by the accessible name. Let's have a listen again.
Heading level 6. Brand. You are currently on a heading level.
So that's one of the subtle differences. Now if I have to go back to the previous heading, I will do Shift H.
Heading level 6. Heading level 6.
And that's working. Now let's see, if I press H with a combination of any numeric number 1 through 6, does it take me to any specific heading or not? So right now I'm on heading level 6. Let's press H5.
Heading not found. Heading not found.
It says heading not found.
You are currently on a heading
Let
level
me press
6.
Shift H5.
Heading level 5. First heading. Heading level 5. Filters. First heading. Heading level 5.
I'm
Filters.
going to do H5 only now.
Heading not found. You are heading not link. My profile. Last heading. Heading level 5. Last heading. Heading level 5.
I'm
Filters.
going to do Shift H5.
First
there
heading.
seems to be only one heading on the page. So that's the reason it's saying first heading and not moving forward. Let's try with H6.
Heading level 6. Heading level 6.
I'm pressing H
You
along
are
with 6.
currently on a heading level 6.
I'm going to do Shift H6 now.
Heading level 6. First heading. Heading levels. First heading. Heading level 6.
I'm going to do H6
Category.
only.
Heading level 6. Heading level 6.
As you can see and hear, it's jumping from one heading level to another. Next, I want to introduce to you a concept of called rotor settings. Control Option U, it triggers the rotor settings. Then let me bring it up here on the side. The moment I press Control Option U, this is the menu that appears.
iPad Air.
Now, if I use my left or right arrow keys,
Form control.
It will show different sections like different form elements,
landmarks
headings,
menu.
landmarks,
Windows spots,
Windows
links
spot,
menu,
links,
headings menu.
Again, coming back to the headings. Now put it in the comment if I have to see all the headings all the lists, all the form controls using NVDA or JAWS, what is the shortcut key? Now, as a user, I can use up or down arrow keys to go from one heading to another without using a combination of H5, H6, right? Think about a person who has limited hand movement and is having challenges operating a keyboard as well, who is dependent on a switch device. This is where such kind of menu settings comes in handy. They can simply move up or down using those switch devices. Now let's suppose I want to go back to my filters. I will select it and press enter.
Heading level 5.
And my focus is on the filters heading. Now because we have selected headings from the rotor settings, if I use up
heading
or
level
down arrow
6,
keys,
category.
it will jump from
You
one
are
heading
currently
to
on
another,
a heading level
keeping
6.
all the
Price
controls in its
You
path.
are currently on a heading level 6.
So let me continue pressing down arrow key to show that in action.
Heading level 6. Brand. You heading level 4. Electronics products. Heading level 6. Heading level 6. Heading level 6.
Now, if I want to understand more about this category, I will use the right arrow key.
Smartphones. Invalid data unchecked. Check.
And now I'm in the forms mode. If I start tabbing, it will go from one control to another.
Tablets. Unchecked. Checkbox.
And that's where we will check for the focus order, right reading order. You want to interact with these elements, use spacebar key to make a selection.
Checkbox.
Again, if you want to uncheck,
unchecked. Tablets. Checkbox. Checked. Tablets.
Again, if you want to unselect it, use spacebar key again.
Tablet.
Tab.
Smartwatches.
Move forward,
under $100.
go to the radio buttons.
Samsung. Apple. Under $100.
Now if I press tab,
Apple.
it goes to the checkbox group under brand.
Apple. Samsung.
I can select any of those selections.
Samsung. Checkbox.
Let's unselect Apple as well to see all the controls. Let me refresh my page to see all the cards on the right side. Command R.
Reload this.
Now we are at the top of the page.
Visited link.
Now let's use rotor settings to go from one landmark to another. So Control Option U. Use the right arrow key. Go to landmarks. So these are the different landmarks that I have on this page. Just a reminder, this page is built with accessibility issues. I have injected accessibility issues so that I can give you the right picture on what kind of issues that you can face. So anything which is not working, please understand that is done intentionally. So we have banner at the top, we have navigation, we have product filters region,
main,
we have product section,
iPhone 15 Pro Max 256 gigabytes article, products pagination navigation.
Pagination at the bottom. Now if I want to go directly to the product pagination navigation section, I will make this selection and press enter key.
You are currently in a navigation.
Let me move this section a little bit up. And that's the section where it took my focus to, because it was hiding behind the speech viewer for VoiceOver. Let's go back to our landmarks one more time. Let's go to the top, which is our
banner. You are currently on a banner. Inside.
Let me press tab. When I'm pressing tab, my focus is not going into the navigation section. That's something which seems off. Let's go and check for navigation.
You are currently in a
navigation as well. My focus is not going into the sign up
navigation. You are
now if I use up, down arrow keys.
Navigation. Product navigation. First landmark. Product filters. Region.
It's jumping from one region to another when I'm using up or down arrow keys.
You are currently on a main.
My expectation would be, since I am on this section, if I press tab, my focus should have been within the main section, not in the navigation. So that's something that we need to explore why this is happening. Put it in the comments if I'm using the right keys or there is something else that we need to ensure from the coding standpoint. Now that we have covered headings, landmarks of the page, how to navigate between different landmarks and headings, let's take the conventional route of using the tab keys to jump from one section to another and have a listen what is getting announced. And for that, I'm again going to refresh my page, Command R.
You are currently on.
I'm going to press tab.
Link is a navigation.
It says eShop navigation link. It announced, let's have a listen again.
Link.
It says link eShop navigation. VoiceOver success criteria under robust. The first one is name, role, and value. All three are being displayed in this particular section. So you have name, which is your eShop. You have role, which is a link and is part of a navigation. You are not requiring any value for this. Let's tab again.
Link. Sign up.
It says link, sign up, list 6 items. So again, it is giving enough information for a screen reader user to understand where they are currently in the process, how many items are there in that list. Now, from visual standpoint, you might say, Param, we only have 5, but it says 6. That's because I have a hidden item after my profiles. That's why it's critical to ensure that screen reader is announcing the correct information as that of a visual user. Our end goal is to provide equitable experience, and you as a tester will mark this as a violation. Let's continue tabbing.
Link. Login. Visited. Link. Products. Link. Proceed. Link. My profile. You are. Link. Sale. You are.
That's the one which says link sale. You see my focus with the mouse pointer over there. That's the hidden link that I have in this menu. And that's why it announced 6 items. Let's press tab.
Search product. Search for electronics product.
When we are in the edit controls or input elements, it says edit text. Good enough information for a screen reader user to understand how it is an input field where I can type. I have implemented on input change of context that will take us to the next page where we have form elements. And let's go and invest some time on a real form.
Skills sync verdict. You are currently on a banner inside of web content banner.
This is again a sample page that I have created for demo purposes, and there will be some issues on the page. Let's go and start tabbing.
Head link image skills sync home link home link about link search videos.
Now if I have to go directly to the form regions, I will make use of rotor settings. I'll say Control Option U.
Landmarks menu.
Look
Tables
for
menu.
headings.
Form controls menu. Headings menu.
Or
Form
let's go to form
controls menu.
control. Let's see
Search
if
button.
it provides adequate information or not. It says search button,
Enter your email required. Edit text email.
Because I have designed this page, I know that's the first input field within the form. That's not good enough information. Let's go and check for regions.
Tables landmarks menu.
So it says main, then we have sign up for updates form. This is a good information because this gives me an indication that after this point, I have all the input fields. So let's press enter.
You are currently in a form.
It says you are currently in a form. Now my expectation would be I can press tab.
Link. Subscribe now.
To go directly to the form field, which is not happening. So let's continue with tab and go into the field. I'm going to refresh. I wanted to show you that as what happens when there is an error on the page. So let me put focus directly on the input field email address. Now I have implemented ARIA live regions to announce whenever there are dynamic changes happening on the page. So now I'm gonna press tab key to jump directly to the next element, the checkbox group, without entering data. And let's have a listen what is getting announced with ARIA live region implemented in the correct way.
Web accessibility. Required invalid data unchecked. Checkbox. Topics of interest star. Group. Cross mark. Email is a required field.
Now, there have been a lot of confusion in terms of when your error messages must be announced. Should it be before the next element or after the next element? WCAG 2.2 suggests that we are required to make the announcements. They do not provide guidance. It should be before or after. The best user experience is always before the element, the next element. However, when you combine ARIA Live with on-blur event, both are competing for priorities. And this is why ARIA Live is getting announced after the next element has been announced by VoiceOver, JAWS, or NVDA. The best approach would be to use on-submit event handlers and make use of role alert to show a banner at the top saying there are 2 errors on the page, and avoid using ARIA Live for whenever you're moving from one control to another. I know there are a lot of design considerations, but as long as your error messages are announced, the error messages are clear which field is having the issue, what is the issue. I have confirmed with a lot of real users of screen readers. This approach is also valid. Now let's tab.
Accessibility testing. Unchecked. Check accessibility email. Required
So you
invalid
have your
data.
preferred
Radio
contact
button.
method, radio
1 of
button.
2.
I'm gonna
Required
press
selected.
enter key to make a
Email.
selection.
Radio button. Email. You phone. Radio selected.
I can
Phone.
change.
Radio button. 2 of 2.
And then let's go to the drop
Select an
down.
option.
Now let's press spacebar key
Select
to
an
activate
option.
it.
How often would you like to receive updates?
So every time I'm interacting with the control, because I have labels linked with those form fields, it is announcing the required labels that is providing enough context, the accessible name for those fields. Let me use down arrow key.
Weekly. You are currently on a menu item.
Let's say I'm selecting monthly by pressing the spacebar.
Monthly.
It selects monthly. I'm going to press spacebar key again.
Monthly. How
It
often would you
opens
like
up the monthly option by default as a selection.
Quarterly.
Let's select quarterly.
You are quarterly. How
Now it's making quarterly as a selection. Let's see what is the accessible name for buttons.
submit button.
It says submit button. Now next, as you can see, we have a table on this page. And if you recall, for NVDA and JAWS, the shortcut key is T. Let's see if T shortcut key works for VoiceOver or not.
Table, 4 columns.
It works. So it says 4 columns, 5 rows. Let's have a listen again.
Last table, 4 columns, 5 rows.
It says last table, 4 columns, 5 rows. Technically, it should have announced top performing videos. And just a reminder, my tables or these pages are not built for accessibility. I have intentionally introduced accessibility issues. This is where you have to make use of captions to let the user know what this table is all about. Now you can use different keyboard combinations. So I will be using Control Option down.
Video name.
To go into
Dictation.
the table.
System Chrome.
Now I'm going to use Control Option right.
Views.
Go over all the column headers.
Likes.
I'm going to use Control Option down arrow key.
You are currently on
together.
a selectable tag. Row 2 of 5, 59.
It says row 2 of 5, 59. I'm going to change to comments. Let's see if it announces column header or not.
Comments, 59. Column 4 of 4.
So it says comments, which is your column header, followed by 59, the cell value, and column number 4 of 4. If I have to do it again,
row 3 of 5,
key.
23. Row 4 of 5, 13.
Every time there is change of context, like I'm changing now column, it will announce the column name. Let's have a listen.
Likes, 90. Column 3 of 4.
So that's how you navigate a table using Control Option and up, down, left, right arrow keys. All right, so we have covered NVDA, we have nailed VoiceOver, and coming up next, I will be taking on JAWS with the same process. If you want early access, just comment JAWS in the comment section. Like, subscribe if you found this helpful, and share this with everyone on your team. This is what I'm saying, signing off.